30 facts about European countries shown in the form of maps. All right, I had such a blast checking out some of the insane maps of Europe just the other day. I think it might have just been released a day or two ago. Nonetheless, hilarious, funny, also a little bit informative. So we're back with another one. This time, we got 30 different maps we're going through. I'm pumped for it. Should be a lot of fun. Also, if you're a returning viewer, yes, I know it probably looks a little different where I'm sitting right now. I am on vacation, just traveling with my family. So we are in Blue Ridge, Georgia. We're kind of perched up on the mountains here, and it's really gorgeous. So let's dive in, and we're kind of perched up here on the top of the mountain. It's absolutely beautiful. Anyway, just smash the like button and let's dive straight in. Number 1, countries that have eaten their prime minister once are red. Is one country. Oh my gosh. It's, God, you guys are going to crush me on this. That's Netherlands, right? I'm pretty sure Belgium is underneath. They ate their prime minister? How's that even possible? Oh, I love this. Is this where prime ribs come from? Ooh, someone said finally a use for Boris Johnson. That's a burn. Yikes, I'm Dutch and wasn't aware of this. Okay, so it is Netherlands. All right, let's check out number 2 here. What are kid-friendly curse words in different European languages? Okay, Russian is pancake. For Soren, friend nails. The UK is flip and Ireland is feck. Feck sounds a lot like fuck. Why is Spain Wednesday? Miércoles. What are kid-friendly curse words in different European languages? Portugal is fogo or fire. This is interesting. Wait, what is this one right here? Go scratch the armpits of an earthworm. What the heck? All right, moving on. Number 3, latitude of world cities compared to Europe. Oh, okay. This is kind of interesting. All right, so Vancouver would be like right here on the north side of France. That's interesting. I thought Vancouver was like way higher than that. And look at Anchorage, Alaska, all the way up there at the top. Anchorage is pretty high up though, but there's still a ton of space above Anchorage. A lot of Canadian cities. We got Toronto, Quebec City. Chicago would be similar to, I wish they put the other cities next to them that they're close to. Washington, D.C. is comparable to being at the bottom of Spain. That's kind of wild. All right, on to the next one. Number 4, a 1-bedroom apartment average rent price per month in the city center of the capital in 2021 in euros. Okay, so this is like 4 years old, and some of these already seem a little crazy. The UK is at 2,000 euros for a 1-bedroom apartment. Average rent price? That can't be right. That seems extremely high for like 4 years ago. We got, what, Switzerland is about 1,350. We got Spain at 880. Portugal, pretty similar, 850. Germany is 960. These got to be, gosh, they got to be what, like 20, at least 20 to like 40% higher now, I would imagine, because that's about what like mortgages and rent have gone up in the US over the last like 4 years. Some of the Baltic countries coming in like super low, 270, 385, 420, 245. That's wild. All right, number 5, who do Europeans joke the most about? We did this one already in the last video. It's a little bit different. A lot of people joking about Germany. Quite a few people joking about France. The UK and Ireland just always joking about each other. I like how Sweden is the joke up here at the top. Of course, they got the Ukraine flag over Russia. That's fucking crazy. All right, number 6. Is it a crime to knock a door and run away? No, it's not. And yes, since 1839 in the UK. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that are crimes right now in the UK that are not really crimes in other places. If you're from the UK, you'll understand. How is it, though, that you can knock on someone's door and run away and it's literally a crime and they're the only country that does that? That's fucking insane. All right, number 7. Which country has the most attractive people according to Europe? I'm seeing 2 different names here. Spain and Italy. Seems like everyone that is up north where the weather is cold thinks the Italians are the most attractive people. And then actually in Italy, they think the Swedes are, which is hilarious because they're the only ones that pick Sweden. Dude, Spain, what are you doing with Argentina? And Portugal with Brazil. They're like, we're hopping continents. We don't want nothing to do with the Europeans. They're not the most beautiful people. It's down in South America. Everyone else over here in like Western Europe just picked Spain, except for Belgium, which picked Italy. Oh, surprisingly, Switzerland picked France. That's crazy. The French there are some good looking French women at least. I don't know about the men. All right, number 8. When did women get the right to vote in Europe? So we're seeing pretty similar here, 1917, 1918, 1918, 1917, 1919. Switzerland, 1971. What were they doing the entire time? That's crazy. The Greece is 1952. Switzerland is like a massive outlier though. Seems like everyone was like right around the same time. A couple of people after World War II, you got 1944, 46, 44, 45, and then Switzerland just hung on there and did not let women vote. That is a fact that I would have never known if I didn't look at these maps. All right, number 9. What sport do people do the most for fun, which is not football? Why would they leave football out? All right, we got rugby, we got cross-country skiing, ice hockey just absolutely murdering the entire north up here. Good amount of basketball. Ooh, what do we got? What is this? Albania, right? No, Lithuania, Latvia. I can't remember which one this is. These 3 up in the top, I always get them confused. Is that like the Euro Basketball League? But also Spain, big on basketball, Italy, a lot of the lower Baltic area. Who picked running? What country is this? That's crazy. Tennis in France, handball, hiking. I wouldn't really call hiking a sport, but to each their own. I know the Germans love hiking and just being outside in parks. I'm actually kind of jealous. All right, next map. This is a fun one. Number 10, Ukraine versus Russia. Who does Europe support? All right, so I believe this is Belarus, right? So they support Russia. That's why some of the drones were flying over Belarus into Poland recently. And then I can't remember the name of this country, but everyone else is Ukraine. Ukraine, what's yellow? I don't know what yellow is supposed to be. Abstain? Like they're sitting this one out. All right, number 11, scariest things about European countries. People in your personal space. That's what y'all are worrying about? People in your personal space. We got rejoining the EU from the UK. That's the scariest thing. Bram Stacker Festival. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna look it up. Iceland winter darkness. Vomiting British tourists down in Spain. We got Skull Chapel being called the Balkans. Oh gosh. Dracula, I'm assuming that's Romania. Rainbow flags. Okay. This is Greece down here. Is this Med USA? What does that mean? Like medical? I don't know. Bruh. Switzerland prices. Hilarious. A waiter in Paris. In France. Oh, these are hilarious. This is the best. I'm so glad I came across doing these maps. Somebody recommended something to me to like check out one topic, and then I went down like a rabbit hole, and all of a sudden I came across all these maps, and I was like, oh, I have to do videos on these. All right, number 12, we have average age women get married in 2021. I'm trying to see what the outlier is here. It seems like Eastern Europe is definitely getting married a lot younger, and then the farther you go west, the older you are when you get married. For women, at least. 35 over in Ireland. Your eggs are almost dried up by then, right? Totally kidding. Totally kidding. You can still have kids at 35. It's just not that common, right? I mean, I guess it's common. It's just harder. I think that's the pivot point, isn't it? It's like when you hit 35 as a woman, you start losing like something ridiculous. Like you lose like 50% of your eggs or something. All right, interesting map. Number 13, languages of Europe around 600 AD. Oh, this isn't going to help me. I can't even pronounce any of these. Old Norse, Sami, North Finnic, Slavic, West Romance, Anglo-Saxon, Greek. How do you pronounce this? Ogur? All right, number 14. At what age do Europeans leave parents' house on average in 2021? I kind of have an idea of this because I did some statistical numbers on Eurostat the other day, but 29, 24, 28. Where's the outlier? Portugal is 30, so I think they are the highest. So is Italy at 30? Nope, we got another country down here at 33. Who's the youngest? Believe this is Sweden at 17 and a half years old. Are you considered an adult at 17 and a half in Sweden? Is it 17 that you're an adult? I would imagine. It's like they get of age and they immediately move out. All right, number 15 is butter or olive oil. We did this one as well, but this one is different. The last one had like a blend of butter and olive oil through the middle, and this one just goes straight from butter to olive oil in like 5 countries. Crazy. All right. Oh, this is something I haven't seen yet. Number 16, estimated percentage of atheism in Europe in 2021. Yo, France is 45%. Actually, Sweden is 78% of the entire country is atheist. That's nuts. Netherlands, same thing, about 78%. Ireland, surprisingly low at 15%. I knew they were religious, but I didn't think it was like 85% of the entire population was religious. That's nuts. Italy too, 18%. That's pretty low as well. And I don't really care, I think. I think God is inside of all of us, so whatever type of label you want to put on it, Fine by me. Okay, this is a big map. Number 17, air quality map Europe. Swipe for more info. All right, so we got blue is excellent and red is terrible. So we have like some hot spots, but other than that, most of the country is, green is good. It seems like there's just a couple of spots where it's not ideal air quality, but for the most part, pretty good air quality across Europe. Oh, this should be a fun one. Number 18, at what time is dinner usually eaten? Spain over here just not given an F at 9:30 to 10:30. What is this? I believe this is Norway, right? Norway's on the outside, right? Norway, Sweden, Finland, if I'm correct. 4 to 5 p.m. I think I'm still at work at 4 to 5 p.m. How are you guys eating dinner that early? That's crazy. I know why. It's because of the sun, right? You guys have like weird schedules because you don't get as much sunlight. That's got to be it. Everyone else seems pretty on par with how we are here in the US, somewhere between like 6 and 8 p.m. Pretty much everywhere except in Italy, you start bumping up to 8, 9, Portugal 9 to 10. That's crazy. Seems like the more warmer climate you're in, like more beautiful weather, you're more inclined to eat a little bit later. And the more shitty the weather is, you're like, let's get dinner out of the way and get cuddled up in a blanket and relax. I don't know what I'm saying. Totally kidding. Number 19, trees per kilometer. All right. Pretty straightforward here. Okay, so there are less than 10,000 trees in the entire country of Iceland. Also, I wish they would label these. Not a lot of trees in Denmark? I can't remember. I think that's Denmark, right? No, I'm probably so wrong. Up here in the north, they just got a ton of trees. Honestly, it looks so beautiful, the forest up there. Number 20, I am wearing a hat, so different hats of Europe. This is hilarious. So we got beanies. I don't know what the hell this is up here. What kind of hat is that? Is that a fish? We got these German hats. I don't remember what they're called, but they are pretty common around this area. This looks like a top hat. And France over here with their signature hat. It is called starts with a B or an F, not a fedora. I don't know. Number 21. This has got to be the weirdest map that I've seen yet. How do you sneeze? Atju, Hachu, Hajo, Hatsjo, Hatsji, Achu, Hapsu, Apchiki. That's a crazy one. Oh, kind of all coming derived from like the same word. Fascinating. Do they say Acho down in Portugal? Achim? Yo, this one has an X in it. Axum? That's crazy. Number 22, countries that have never had a temperature above 35 degrees Celsius. 95 degrees. Never had a temperature over 95. I feel like Ireland has hit over 95. If this is the same data that is from 2021, I feel like they've hit over because they had a massive heat wave over the last couple of years. Seems like everywhere else, though, it's just like had it, and it's Iceland and Ireland. That's crazy. All right, here's a fun one that I can't make a single comment on. Number 23, Europe black population. France has the highest percentage, and everywhere else is extremely low, especially in Eastern Europe. I guess the UK's got a pretty good percentage too, almost 4%. What are we in the US? I think we are, I want to say 15%, maybe 17%. It could be less, but I think it's around there. Number 24, coffee consumption. Oh, there's the trash man. I wish I could turn the camera around right now. Their trash truck has like a massive graphic put on the side of it, and it's like a bear and then Sasquatch. If you've ever heard of Sasquatch, that's where I'm at. That's where that creature originates from, right here in Georgia. All right, coffee consumption. I'm getting sidetracked here. Okay, so some of the Nordic countries drink quite a bit of coffee. What are we doing here? Annual coffee consumption in kilograms per capita, 8 to 12 up there. So that's pretty high. Not really a lot of coffee over in Eastern Europe. I'm surprised. I thought for sure that would be like the heavy spots of drinking coffee because it's so cold and you want like a nice warm cup of coffee to give you energy. You're not getting a lot of sunlight. You know, it just makes sense. Still, some of the southern countries still pretty high. UK and Ireland pretty low, 2.7. France at 5.4. Interesting. All right. Highest is Luxembourg, Finland, and Sweden. Finland, 11.8. I was right. That is Finland. Okay, I feel much more better about myself. Wow, this is a map that I never thought I would see. Number 25, would you fight for your own country? percentages of men and women combined. If you're including the women don't fight. I guess they would fight for the country if they needed to, but here in the US, we don't. I mean, we have women in the service, but they're not required like for the draft like I am. Okay, so Western Europe not getting a lot of love on people that want to fight for the country. Pretty nuts too, because like the narrative, of course, is like the Western world is where everyone wants to live and it's the best place, even though there's so many amazing places. But in Eastern Europe, they will fight for their country. Ukraine at 62%, obviously with an actual war going on there. Up here, Finland, Sweden, and Norway, pretty high, 58%, 74%. Over here though, UK, France, Spain, Portugal, Italy, even Germany, 18% at Germany. Dude, that is like really low. That's really, really low. And I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing, because I think war is stupid. I mean, I think it's necessary sometimes, but also, you know, I don't want to go fight in a war. Like, especially in some foreign land, it just makes no sense. All right, we're on the home stretch here. Number 26, speaks no foreign language. About what I assumed. The UK, the highest at 65%, and the lowest is Sweden. Okay, only 3.4%. That's probably the inverse for the United States, if I had to say. There's probably about 4% of people in the United States that speak a foreign language, and then about, 96%, 95% that don't. They don't actually know. I'm kind of curious. Let me look it up. Oh, wow. It's actually 22%. Okay. A lot better than I thought. All right. Same thing here. Western Europe doing a good job of just not having, I don't want to say good job. I don't know if that's a good job or a bad job. Depends on the country, right? Because prisoners, like, do we want people in prison? No, we don't want people in prison. Do we need to have people in prison? Yes, like people commit crimes. But Eastern Russia, dude, 329 over in Russia. What the hell? They have a lot of prisoners. That's crazy. 329. I can't believe that. Who's the lowest? What is it? Is it Liechtenstein or Luxembourg? I can't see. Iceland's pretty low too, 33. Oh, minimum. San Marino. Okay, the max is Belarus at 345. I don't know how I missed those. Oh, this is an interesting one. Number 28, people employed in science and technology. There's a lot. Seems like more it's just down here in the Baltic region where there's not a ton of people in there, except for, what country is this? I can't remember. There's one country over here that's in the blue, and then parts of Spain and parts of Portugal. Okay, so they're not obviously going by countries. They're going by population. Number 29, average male height in Europe in 2022 in centimeters. This isn't going to help me at all because I don't know what an average height is in centimeters in America because we go by feet. Gosh. And I don't even know what the average height is in America. I think it's like 5'9" maybe. So 150, 180 maybe, 185. So the Shorties gang is going to be Turkey, and I forget this country's flag. And yes, I'm doing a flag video. I'm going to learn these flags, I promise. Tall gang, I'm not too sure of those flags either. Interesting map though. There's not too much differences going on here from 174, 178, maybe 179, 182. Yeah, there's not too much of a gap here. And number 30, percentage of people aged 25 to 34 living with parents. So kind of obvious, Swedes are very low. They do move out when they're 17. Greece, is that Greece? That's Greece down here, right? They're like really high, 51%. Half of the population between 25 and 34 in Greece are living with their parents. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. We've told our kids, we're like, hey, live with us as long as you want. I mean, you're going to pay rent, after you're 18. You want to live here, you're going to pay rent. But if you want to save money and pay us some rent and work towards buying a home or something, like completely fine with that. But yeah, it seems like there's just like a common thread going on in all of Europe. It gives me a better understanding of when I'm in a country and kind of like the ideals and culture in that area. Fascinating stuff. All right, really, really good. Well, that's going to be it for today. If you guys enjoyed it, if you are fans, I think I said this in my other video, if you're fans of any of the train videos that I do, I will be doing a short little vlog of my first train ride, which is tomorrow. Should have it up on the channel in one of the videos fairly soon, maybe within like the next week or so. Other than that, I'm gonna head out of here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.